Hi everyone, we're back with another episode of What's Up Mainframe. I am joined by the incredibly talented Lauren Valenti, who is the director of lots of things.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit of about your primary responsibilities.
So primary is mainframe education
Okay.
and the customer engagement programs,
Okay.
as well as the workforce resiliency programs.
All right. So education, we've had Angelica, we've had a number of people.
Correct.
So what I'm more keen to talk about are those other two, customer engagement and workforce resiliency, because we are here at MTE Plano,
Yes.
which is, you know, as a conference really represents kind of a nexus of those two areas.
Absolutely.
And what's your perspective on kind of the people that we've been drawing to these conferences, and how has it changed over recent years?
So in the last recent years, we've had many, I would say, new to mainframe folks.
Okay.
Whether it's people from universities, we're seeing more and more universities now joining us, as well as those that are interested in learning about the mainframe. It could be those that are coming out of university, or even those that are midway through their careers that want to learn about the mainframe.
No, definitely. And I think when we talked to Ian, we were talking about how in organizations, they're trying to make mainframe just like any other platform.
Right.
So I think people are seeing the opportunity to kind
they
of
are.
cross platforms and
Correct.
learn more.
And what's nice is that our customers now, they're also hiring those that are new to the mainframe. And so they're bringing them as well here to learn more about our Broadcom solutions.
It's not to say we don't have a lot of the seasoned veterans as well.
Absolutely. Can't forget about them. That's what makes the conference itself. It's them and their expertise.
Definitely. Now, obviously that's just speaking to, you know, who we attract here, but, and you mentioned organizations, but what do we in Broadcom do to help customers get that new talent or onboard people?
So we do have multiple ways. So we have the Vitality program,
Okay.
right? So that's a program where we attract, hire, and train, and then deploy our Vitality residents to our customers. So what I mean by that is we put them through a 6-month program where it's mainframe foundations, system programming, I should say, foundational training.
Okay.
And then the last 5 to 7 weeks, it's usually a specific Broadcom solution that they learn about. And that's the first 6 months. Then the second half of that program, the last 6 months, they go to a customer site. And they get to experience the customer themselves, their culture, as well as learn about their environments and be able to work hands-on with them while they're being mentored by our Broadcom folks, as well as the customer, their manager, or whoever that's going to be with them.
That's
And then at
fantastic.
the end, they get hired by the customer.
That's amazing.
It is. And it's such a, I mean, just seeing them getting that job offer from the customer is the most rewarding part of the job. It really is.
No, certainly. And it's so much fun to come to these conferences and talk to some of the senior leaders in some of the organizations who say, it's so nice that we've got these people coming in.
Yeah.
They're already trained up on products that we're using.
Absolutely.
And they can really make a difference quickly. I'm not going to ask you so much numbers, but I really feel like I'm hearing more about this from customers.
Sure.
And it seems like we're helping onboard quite a lot of people.
We are. It's over. So the Vitality program has been, I believe now it's like over 360 folks that have been through the program. So yes, we attract and hire the folks, but we also have a lot of our customers sending their own new hires through the program.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
That's amazing.
Great.
And that's an important point to sort of emphasize, is that while we do the Vitality as this whole process of bringing people in and connecting with companies, we will run that same kind of training directly for companies.
Absolutely. We've done a couple of those already.
Yep.
Where they needed that extra help, you know, especially if they have that skills gap within. And we will, you know, there are times where we go on site just to go do what they need to go to get them, to make them successful.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And add that value to them.
Definitely. So where do you see us going in this area? Is it just going to continue to grow?
It will. I believe we need to also get creative with it and figure out a way on how do we scale it, number one. But so that's what my team and I are really honing in on, like, what is it that we can do? Is it a vitality in a box type of idea? Are there, other things that we can do where it expands to more people? Like, how do we get that out there? So there's a couple of different ways that we're thinking, but we're also looking and working with other organizations like the Open Mainframe Project, where we have a whole mainframe open education program that we're working on. And so we're trying to figure out, we're working with a lot of the university students and how do they want to learn, and how do we get to them earlier on before they even go to school, or even in high school. Like, how do we reach those people? So we're figuring out ways on, is there a university concept of some sort online? So there's a lot of different ideas floating around.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Yeah, definitely. And never changing.
That's the challenge. That's the challenge, and we love challenge.
Definitely. So great to hear about that, because as I said, heard great feedback from the customers. I've also partaken in some of the training.
Oh, good.
So in the DevOps solutions.
Well.
Yeah, no, it was great. And some of those people now we coordinate with all the time.
Great. That's awesome.
And they really become, representatives for us in the companies as well, which is so essential.
And they even help us with giving feedback on our solutions, because now that they're working on them, what better person to get feedback on features and functionality, right?
And people that work directly with Broadcom. Exactly.
Yeah.
Lauren, it's been great to hear about this. Thank you so much for joining us.
All of you.